Greetings, hello everyone, and welcome to JoJo Speaks for another night of hot topics and social commentary. A couple things I need you guys to do for me before we get started here. I want you guys to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. Also, give us a thumbs up on this video if you like it. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the topics that we're covering tonight, and what else you think we might be able to discuss in the future. And also make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And make sure you share JoJo Speaks all around the world. Share it on your social media platforms. Share it with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Everyone you know, we want to get the word out about JoJo Speaks. The crew is back, Jennifer and Mike. What's going on, y'all?
Hey!
Yes, we have decided we are winging it tonight. Okay.
Slow down. If you don't know that reference, does everybody know that reference here?
You've been winging it.
Nah, I don't know where it come from.
It comes from Love and Hip Hop, New York, where.
Oh, that's why I don't know it.
Oh, okay. What's her name? Chrissy.
Oh, no. Oh,
Chrissy. She was talking to Samaya. Basically, like.
This was first season.
First season.
Okay.
She was talking to Samaya Reese. Samaya Reese was talking about how she's getting it from out the gutter. She came to New York or whatever, and
I remember that.
And basically,
she wanted Jim Jones to be on a song with her. And
go ahead.
And Chrissy was involved in that decision, saying,
she's
not ready. And she tells Samaya, "You've been winging it," meaning you haven't been bringing any talent, you haven't been bringing anything to the table. You've been winging it this whole time.
Well, she should know about winging it because her husband, that's all he does. Also,
she doesn't have a husband.
Oh, yeah. I forgot she didn't propose to that man. If he accepted, but they still never want that out.
No, she proposed it to him. He proposed to her. Still haven't gotten married.
Still haven't married. Still don't have a baby. But as long as they're happy, Right. So it is what it is. But first off, we're going to do a little bit of our P-Valley review. P-Valley was quite heavy this week. There was someone who took their own life on this particular episode. So that was, of course, absolutely terrible. But we start off with Diamond and Big Bone getting it in Diamond's house. Now, Mike, do you think Big Bone is somehow connected to Montavious? Because that's what everybody's saying.
No, I didn't get that feeling. I didn't think about. Or maybe that when I was watching the show, I was thinking about everything else, but my God.
Trying to look at Diamond, honey.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm like, damn, he fucking Keyshawn. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Rewind. I'm like, oh my God, dang, he's messing with Keyshawn.
Right. Because Keyshawn.
I went too urban, okay? Just too urban.
Too urban.
Right. While he was in the mood, in action with Big Bone, another character that he's seemingly in love with, Keyshawn, aka Miss Mississippi, he was seeing her face on Big Bone's body. And she was saying, Diamond. I was like, oh my goodness. So up until now, I haven't been aware of whether Diamond was going to try to get back with Keyshawn, but I think this shows us that he is definitely still interested. He definitely wants to save her. How do you think Keyshawn is going to get out of her predicament with Mr. Derek? Because to be honest, I don't know.
Well, let me just say this. I was rooting for her. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? How dare you, Mississippi? Why you didn't pull that trigger?
Right.
Oh, my God. I felt so bad when she got the keys. I was like, yes, girl, get the house. And he took the battery out the car. I'm like, damn.
Right.
I was so upset. I'm sorry, Stevie. I'm being too loud. He's like jumping on me now. But yeah, I was just so upset. I'm like, I really want her to get away. And I was rooting for her. We were all rooting for her. How dare she?
Right.
But then when she got the gun when he came back home and then hit the gun when he came inside, I'm like, I understand it's hard to pull a trigger on anybody.
Agreed.
Well, in my case, it's hard to pull a trigger, not on some cops and stuff. But so yeah, I kind of understand, but damn, I really want her to shoot him.
Yeah, when she was holding the gun up towards the door while he pulled up, like she was holding it up so cowardly. I was like, dang, you was standing right there like a gangster when you was pulling the gun on Diamond. So what's the tea, girl?
But
Like,
let me
what's
just say
going?
this: they
Go
are
ahead.
some Keyshawn. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Keyshawn is an amazing actor. Okay, because every scene that she in, I really believe everything that's going on like it's real fucking life.
Right.
So she's an amazing actor, and damn, I think everybody in the United States of America who watched the P Valley show wanted her to really get away or shoot his ass.
One or the
Exactly.
other. Yeah, we got a comment from Regina. She says, "Hi y'all," with a heart.
Howdy,
Hey, Regina.
I think she was chuckling at us with
with the chicken
the
wing
winging
in it.
it. Yes, you can't be out here winging it in the music
Okay.
business and
No,
shooting
you really
some
can't.
live.
You gotta have something to stand on. To be honest, when she was trying her escape, I really thought that Derek was like right around the corner and he was gonna catch her. I really thought that he was gonna catch her in the act. I really
That's
did.
part of the fear because the fear was in her eyes made me have fear in mine. That's why I said she's a great actor. Like, well, in these things, she's a good actor. I don't know what she would do, in another show or whatever, but she's doing good right now. Like, it was very, very believable. Um,
Right.
yeah. Between that and it was so much going on this episode. Between that and then, starting off the episode with just Diamond and Body and his back. I love a man with a strong back. It's
Right.
nothing with a strong back with that pecan in the middle.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Honey, his body is just amazing and everything
Okay.
to look at. Oh my goodness. But we need to get to another character, Miss Mercedes, because like girl, first of all, when she went to visit Shell at her house to bring her some groceries,
Oh yeah.
Shell answered the door looking effed up, all the way
A
effed up. Her
mess.
her hair was wet and all that good stuff. She had on her robe. She was disoriented. She obviously had just finished drinking a bottle of wine, honey. And so Mercedes comes in and she opens the refrigerator and we don't see anything but two moldy oranges. Like, girl, what's really the tea?
Well,
What's
she
going
did say she
on?
lost her job. She lost her job, and I guess, it's like a big old house. I mean, I guess she's stressed out right now. So, I mean, if I lost my job, I'll be stressed out too. So, I'll come to the house with a robe on, to the door with a robe on and stuff too. But she need to pull it
Exactly.
together for, well, yeah.
So now that Terica has found herself pregnant, do you think that this will be what allows Shell to give Mercedes custody of her child?
I don't know what's going to happen because Mercedes lost her little gig now. So, I don't know I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, she's going to have to go back to the club and strip. But then,
Right.
how can you take? I mean, I don't know. The girl is being fast and well,
Because
that's gonna
Mercedes
be
has
good.
plenty of competition at the club now. Because did you see what
Yes.
Roulette did with no hands? Like she was hanging off of the pole, hanging onto the pole just with her feet by themselves, and she was hanging sideways off the
Talent.
pole. Like,
That's,
girl,
that's definitely talent. But can we go off the topic real quick? Well, it's really on topic. Roulette. So they don't do their own stunts. Do you know it was a man playing roulette on the pole?
I had
You
no
look at
idea.
if you look at the scene, that man has muscles and everything. I'm like, they really could have did better with picking a person who kind of has maybe not as muscular body to play roulette.
Okay, so I'm gonna be going back to watch that because I did not notice that at all.
Muscles and all, child. I'm like, damn.
Oh
They did.
wow. And I think it's really cute what she has going on with Duffy, the white boy who is Gidget's
I don't
ex. I
like it.
think
I don't know about him.
what are your reservations about Duffy?
I think Derek ruined it for them all.
Oh, not all the white folk, because Duffy is white. So I think, yeah, yeah, it is what it is. But Roulette is a little jealous of Miss
Oh,
Whisper because one of her clients, who she gave fellatio to, in episode 4, asked her to ask Whisper if he could give her oral pleasure for $2,000. And all he gave Roulette was $1,000 to get some head. Like, what's that all about?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Hey.
Child.
more than I ever made from doing it.
But anyways, I wish. I-
Tyrone said grocery prices are way too high. She had to cut it.
She got the cut.
Yeah, she had to cut it. And so I wish Tyrone were here so that we can discuss this whole Mercedes thing. with this threesome she has going on with the coach and his wife Farrah. I have a feeling that Farrah set that
Set
up.
her up.
I have a feeling that she knew that her husband was going to get peed off when he saw that she was pleasuring Mercedes to
Hard too.
ecstasy. Okay, I mean
Like,
she
damn.
was going to work. She was going to town on that thing, honey. I mean, Lord, okay.
I'm like, damn, I forgot.
She was DJing real good.
You said that,
Okay,
folks? Yes.
she was DJing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mercedes
child,
be
like
because
she went hard in the
hand
paint.
burns. Okay.
And so then the husband backs up and say, "Wait a minute, you ain't never thought of no p word before. Now you bumping boxes like a pro."
She said, "Have you ever thought that maybe I love more than you do?
Right.
Just as
Like,
much as you do."
but I really think that Farrah knew that this would pee her husband off, and I think she wanted Mercedes gone.
I honestly think that this was the first time she did with a hoe, a respectful hoe, and then also was actually turned on by the respect plus the experience.
Yeah.
So I don't really think, and this is probably the first time that I think that, well, Mercedes is a very smart individual.
Right.
Despite her job, I mean, strippers, just because you're a stripper don't mean that you're stupid.
Right.
The best ones are the best businesswomen.
Right, because Lord knows if I had the body and I was a female,
come on.
Honey.
Right now, I wouldn't be in this right now. I'd be getting ready for the club, okay?
Okay. What you said.
Okay, no shame in my game.
Okay.
Honey. But yeah, the fact that she seems to be interested in Mercedes does throw that off a little bit.
Yeah, but I think she should meet up with Mercedes later on and get her the money.
That's what I'm thinking might happen. I really do think that Farrah will come up to Mercedes and give her 40 stacks because the husband definitely refused to give her money before she exited stage left.
And I didn't like how she gave her shoes either. Like, I was like, fuck you.
Right. Like, here are your shoes, girl. Go ahead and head on out. Let me deal with this man, child. But finally, we have to get into the biggest storyline of this particular episode, which was with Big Teak and his man, Lil Murda. And so they started off with having a gathering, a get-together to celebrate Big Teak coming home from prison. And Lil Murda bought Big Teak a 09, probably 2010 Charger that was all custom painted with camouflage red and green, I believe it was.
Ugly.
It was ugly. Like, I'm sorry, I would not want to drive around with a camouflage green and red car. I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. But did you see how Big Teak was looking at Murda when he got out the car? Like, he was just this angel.
Crying and stuff. Yeah, it was. You know how I feel about that too masculine relationship. Excuse me, did I break this down?
Right. So why do you
Williams coming through my throat right now?
So Mike, I want to understand this. What is your issue with it? I just want to understand what it is because I'm the total
not my
opposite.
thing. Okay, it's just not my thing. I don't have nothing against it. I mean, to whoever's, I like masculine, but you know that right there is like macho masculine and macho masculine together. That for me, that one is a bit much for me. I like masculine where, okay, maybe he got a little twang, but he's not all the way like, how you doing?
Right.
But those two are like thugs. Like,
if you saw them on the street, you would never think that they were LGBT.
I'll probably be like, close my bag tight together, but my nose.
Okay.
No,
I'm knocking every door.
Right. And to be honest, I believe that is one of the main reasons why a lot of heterosexual people have an issue with it, because they're not used to seeing two masculine performing men being in love together. And I've seen a couple reviewers saying, you know, because Lil Murda and Big Teak look like your baby daddy. He looks like your husband. He looks like your brother. He looks like your friend. He looks like your uncle. Because you see that, you see, oh, wait a minute, there's a possibility that somebody I love might be gay and I don't even know it. That gets people a little bit scared.
And I think it makes it worse that, you know, people know people like that. And intertwine their lives with people that look like that.
Exactly.
And now you have a show that's showing them in a light to where they are presenting one way out into the world
Mhm.
and living a totally different life. Now you're looking at people like a little bit.
Side eye. But I always thought about if you line up gays together in one line, say 12 gays, you would everybody would not look the same.
That's for
No,
sure.
not at all.
So gays don't come in all wigs and dresses and drag. The gays come in uh everything.
Every
So
shape and size,
yeah,
every shape and
so
color. Yeah.
don't think that because he's out there selling dope and running with a cutlass and stuff, that and shaking everybody's hand, dapping everybody up, and got a gun in his back pocket that he still don't sling that.
Okay.
Right. And I feel as though it's the caliber of acting that we're seeing from these two men, making it so believable,
Oh,
and making it
real.
look so real. Like if you look at their scenes, it's like real love. And I just think people can't take it. People really can't take it.
Yeah, but it seems to me more of a homeboy look. Also, that's why I still don't feel like that. That's my man. Oh, guess they're still hiding it though, so maybe that's really why I don't see it. Because they really are hiding it still.
Yeah.
But you might be right though, because when Lil Murder and Clifford did a thing, I don't think it was a big uproar like it was with these two masculine men.
There wasn't an uproar at all. I
Because
also I don't
they could see the femininity in.
in
Clifford.
Clifford.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And
Okay.
also I don't think as many people were watching last season as there are for this season because there was such an uproar about it last season. I think a lot more people might be watching this season and maybe they're new to the show. I don't know. But anyway, so after Lil Murder gifts Big T with his car, he takes him to get a haircut. Did you see the symbolisms of death in this barbershop? There was a picture when Big T was turned around and showed his hair. There was a picture on the right side of a famous musician from the 1920s or 30s who allegedly sold his soul to the devil to become famous. And in the shadow of the picture, there were devil horns coming out of his head. And so that was symbolism there. Did you catch
See,
that?
I didn't see that, but I did catch what you said. Boy, you look casket sharp.
Yes, he did.
His face kind of like like a little tensed up. So
Right.
I did
Yes.
notice that.
And he was also wearing a King of Hearts sweater. I don't know if you guys know this, but the King of Hearts playing card, there's a sword going through the king's head in that actual playing card. And so Big Teak was wearing that shirt. And so that was another sign of him
Don't scare me now.
taking his own life.
What
So
what got you looking into that symbolism? Just curious.
I'm watching the reviews of people who are watching the show, they're catching these symbolisms. And also the creator, Katori, she is putting out tweets during the show, giving you background on the show. So she's
Right.
actually
That's really
pointing
good.
out these things that are happening. And so then the two lovebirds, as I like to call them, they go out on a little date to the wing spot. And the waitress is kind of flirting with Big Teak a little bit. You know, she said, "Oh,
Okay.
light skinned niggas coming back. You know, I'll be sure being raised from the grave, and all
Just
this stuff." And then what does Lil Murder do? Shawty,
give us
can
some
you get a
water. And you
get,
too.
he said, "Get us 2 waters and get yourself one too." And after she walked off, he called her a thirsty. Yeah, yeah. What?
Tyrone has given his opinion, and he says yes, it was a complete setup about Mercedes and.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha,
Mm.
gotcha. Okay.
And she did say it before too. She said, you're not get mad about us, is he?" It's like, no, she won't get mad.
Right, she said that it would turn him on, and I think she knew that it was not gonna turn him on to see
She should
them
have took that
together
dog
like
on head on slashed ass.
that.
The Ghetto View says, "Hey everyone, just tuning in. I shared the video.
Thank
Thank you,
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you
thank you
so
so
much for
much.
watching. Much love to you. Las Vegas in the house.
Really
Um,
appreciate it."
and so it seemed like Lil Murder was a little jealous of his man getting a compliment from the waitress. But anyway, so they go on to through their date and they explain their first date in prison. So Big Teak was pushed into a closet. He thought he was about to get the business. Turns out it was Lil Murda with canned linguine and a
Mm.
candle. Like, how sweet is that?
That's love.
What? Say that one more time, Jennifer. That's what?
That's love.
Okay. I
Don't
mean,
love me then, cause
He was working with what he had.
exactly. Thank you.
If they were out in the streets, they would have been at Olive Garden together.
And they actually, when Lil Murda says that this is a date, Big Teak says, "I never thought we'd get the chance to do this," and then he said in an English accent, proper like. It was so cute.
at the
Hey
weed spot.
Stevie, how are you doing?
Hey Stevie. And so then Big Teak asks Lil Murda about Uncle Clifford. And we see the difference between someone who's been in jail for 10 years and not understanding these pronouns and the way that people want to be addressed. And so
Miss.
Big Teak asks, "Tell me about him." And Lil Murda says, "Her." And he's like, "Nigga, what? Like what? Her? What you mean?" And he says that's Uncle Clifford likes to be addressed as her. And the disconnect is so real. But then Lil Murda says, he f's up a lot. And Big Teak was like, "Yeah, you got a habit of doing that." And then Big T kind of is a little solemn, and so Lil Murda touches his hand, for a little comfort, and Big T just closes his eyes, and he just revels in that comfort, honey. And so then Big T pulls his hand away, and immediately he grabs his nose and says, "You're forgiven." And so that was a nice thing. And so then they go to the gas station. Big T don't know how to fill up a gas pump. He don't know how to work the card machine or whatever. And then Lil Murda's song comes on the radio. Hey, his song with Tina Snow, aka Meg Thee Stallion, comes on the radio, and they are jumping for joy. And Big T is so proud of his nigga, and it's an amazing, amazing, amazing scene.
Well, Regina did an emoji, the palm to the face thing. I'm sure we were saying something silly at the moment. And the Ghetto View says Lil Murda is romantic.
Yes, he is. He is such a romantic. I love it. And so they head on to the river. I'll skip a part where they go to his house, and he sees the trauma that he experienced as a child. But they go to the river, and they're sitting on the car, and Murda is making a beat on the car. And what are they singing? "Ain't nobody don't pass me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. Taking it back to the old Outcast. And then Lil Murda slows it down, and Big T gives him a verse that Lil Murda had written him while he was in solitary confinement, but Lil Murda didn't know that it was his rhyme. So Big T then lets us know what he went through. His mother actually murdered his 3 siblings.
Oh my gosh.
And he hid in the closet, and he said that was the first time that he was in the hole. So he's obviously experienced such trauma. So they get back into the car. Big Teak says, "Where do you want me to drop you off?" Big Teak has been trying to get rid of Lil Murda all day long because he obviously has been planning to take his life. And Lil Murda's like, "I'm not going nowhere. No, I'm not going nowhere." Big Teak pulls out the gun, puts it to his head. He says, I don't see the light no more. I can't see the light." And Lil Murda's like, "I see it for you. I see it for you." Lil Murda is pouring his heart out. And then Big T pulls the trigger.
That's so sad.
No, I'm just happy that they pulled out the camera pulled out the car. I did not want to. I was like,
I thought they were going to show it. I really did think that they were going to show it.
But I'm just happy that all we did was hear it. And then Lil Murda got the car with his bloody pants on and everything. But I was like, oh my God, no. But I'm just happy they're keeping it so realistic, because this kind of stuff, this kind of trauma, if people do not get help or talk through this stuff, this is what happens.
Amen.
Right. There's a mental health crisis amongst the African American community. We do not talk about our feelings. We do not. Right.
I was just telling my mother this. And I was just like, my dad's like the family, we have a little issue going on right now. Well, not right now, but it's some, Black people issues. Yeah. And we don't ever talk. We get together like nothing happened. And I'm just so sick of that. Mm-hmm. Like, my mom's gonna do it too, but we bring it up in kind of like a sarcastic way. at least you acknowledge that you know about it, but we don't ever talk through it either. We just kind of forget it, and it was just not healthy because I like to confront things head on. Like, I don't want this.
Absolutely.
I'm
Right.
not talking about this tomorrow or next week. I'm done with it after today.
Exactly.
So let's talk about it now. But you know, yeah, I hate that he did that. I hate that people don't see another way. But it was, you know, I think everybody goes through something dramatic or trauma like in their own life. I mean, I know I have. When I know everybody's probably thought about, you know, not seeing tomorrow or
Yeah.
Right.
not knowing if it will ever be a light at the end of the tunnel. But you got to find an outlet. You need to find an
Right.
outlet.
The ghetto view said, I was crying like a baby.
Yes, I
Right.
didn't cry because I kind of expected it, but it was like my heart like probably stopped pounding for like 2 seconds, and then you know, I'm like, damn.
Right. When they gave the warning, the advisories at the beginning, I always see it to kind of get an idea of what's going
Oh
on. So,
yeah,
of
they
course,
did.
there's strong sexual
You know what's
content,
coming.
violence, and they put suicide on there. And so when I saw
Oh, I
that, I said, oh, Big T's going to kill himself. I knew it. I knew it automatically. And all the way through the episode, I'm like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Because, like, he
they
was
just
the
at the very
only,
end of the movie. Mm-hmm.
right. And so, like, thinking about it, he's the only person on the show that would do that. And,
I
and
thought about maybe
unfortunately,
Keyshawn or something like Mississippi. Yeah, same person. But
okay.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
I,
she's too staple of a character, though.
she is, but you know, you just never know.
You're right. You're right.
Right.
Maybe
But then
I don't know.
we couldn't really be sad too much longer because after that happened, I thought the Uncle Clifford auntie was about to die because she was just coughing
Yeah.
and stuff, and I was like, "What the hell? Not 2 in 1 episode now."
Yeah. Grandma got the vibes. She got it from Toy, who been sneezing up a storm in the last couple of episodes. So,
No,
she had been saying that it was allergies, but it clearly wasn't allergies.
apparently
But
not.
although I'd much rather see Big T and Lil Murder together, I was happy to see that this event brought Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford together. I did think that that was really, really sweet because the last thing that Uncle Clifford said to Lil Murder was asking him in that text message, "Is he okay?" And then Lil Murder came to his door and said, "I'm not okay. I'm not okay."
Mm.
And so, yeah, that was that. I thought that
How
was
would you deal with somebody coming up to your door bloody? I don't know what I would do. Cause I was a man, but I was like,
right. I would.
I don't,
My first thought would be to call the authorities, but then I would come to my senses and be like, "Okay, explain to me what happened, and let's
going
figure
on?
out what we need to do from here."
Exactly.
did you do it? Because if you did, get the hell out.
Okay.
Right.
Nobody's fugitive.
Okay. I will not be
Oh,
harboring a fugitive in my household. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Not
It is not
ever.
going down like that. But
Okay.
yeah, I didn't cry until that moment when Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford hugged, which was surprising to me. But yeah, I did cry when that happened because
got a
it
little
was just
misty.
yeah. It
And
was
he don't get
just
misty.
I don't. I
I didn't
really
cry at all.
to be honest, I've been a little bit emotional about this, like for a good bit of the week. Like Monday and Tuesday, I was still feeling the effects of it. It was
Wow.
crazy. It
Oh,
was,
it really
but I
touched
think, but
you.
I think it's because I was so attached to Big Teak as a character and the relationship that he had with Lil Murder. I just hated the fact that we won't see that character anymore and we won't see their relationship anymore. That's what I was sad about.
Oh.
But yeah, that's all for our P Valley review. The biggest hot topic, because Heart Girl ain't no hot
we
topic.
forgot about. We don't have to mention the whole scenario what happened, but I just want to mention Angel. Is it Angel?
Haley,
Haley and boy, what's his name?
Andre.
Big DeAndre.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes. Here's the thing. I've heard a couple reviewers saying that they really don't care for Haley or Andre's storyline at all. To me, like they're like a B-side to the story. Like they're like
Well, yeah, they're actually
they're
keeping with it.
extra.
Yeah, but yeah, they're kind of like one that's kind of they keep the pick open, and I mean, honestly, they're not really main characters this season, but they still have to be there.
Right. So when I saw the preview for this episode and Haley's like, yes, you do have the power. So what are you going to do with it? I said, okay, so they're going to finally have sex. They're finally going to do it.
Found they did it last season.
Well, they haven't done it physically together. I mean, they had phone sex and they were
No,
about to.
they had it last season for sure. Yeah.
No. They went to his hotel and they were about to have
Oh,
sex.
his wife popped up.
However,
His wife
she
called.
said she asked him if he had a condom and he did not. So he left to go get the condom. She went into his laptop, saw the pictures of her in the
Oh,
laptop, and she left by the time he had come back. So yeah, they never actually got it in last season.
oh, well, they sure
So
made up for it this season.
well, here's the thing with me. This is just me personally. That sex scene was a little underwhelming to me, just a slight bit underwhelming to me, and that's mainly because like with all the buildup, I thought that this was going to be an action-packed sex scene, and all she did was
Explosive.
ride him. Like,
Oh, excuse me. He was like, see, that was actually packed for me, okay? When she said, I'm yours, tell me what you want me to do. He said, get on your knees. And she got her knees and said, take your clothes off, crawl to me. And she started like, good, I was actually packed out.
crawl.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
but you know, this is just really showing us another thing. You know, when it comes to attraction, what we're attracted to as far as what we see, because some people don't like very masculine men together. It just doesn't turn them on, and that's okay. And also, when it comes to sexual relations, everybody has their standards of explosive sex.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, here's the thing. It's not a matter of what I like to see per se. My expectations were extremely high. I
Okay.
wanted to see this
What
sex
you thought was
scene.
gonna happen? You know she was gonna bust splits, do a
Well,
backflip.
that's the thing. I don't know what I was expecting. I just feel like I was expecting more than what I saw. But I thought it was really interesting how Haley made Andre feel like he was in control. He was not in control
Oh, of
in
course not.
any way whatsoever. Because after she crawled to him and she asked him what's next, the nigga was mumbling like, "Shit, I don't know." And then she
Well,
had to take the lead from there. Child, please.
I guess it got hot a little bit.
And I thought it was really interesting how when he said that the casino will bring revenue and spread the wealth to all of Chucalissa, and none of the white people clapped for that. Like none of the white people clapped for that. I thought that was really telling.
Well, you know what, we ain't gonna make this political nor racial. So let's move forward.
Right. So let's get into this hot topic. Shout out to P Valley. Shout out to everyone who was involved in the creating, the writing, the directing of P Valley. Our hats off to y'all. Great show. Great show. So in the news, we had Lil Bootsy getting pulled over, and there was footage of him in handcuffs, yapping off at the mouth, wanting them to lock him up, and
Surprisingly.
he was showing what a real gangster's like in jail. Like, Negro, like what's really going on? Boosie showing his masculinity.
And who was recording him? Like, who was not in handcuffs recording
That's
Boosie?
what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
So
Because
people
that didn't
out
look
there,
like body cam footage because
that was
the
not body
camera
cam.
stayed still the whole time. So
More than likely, it might have been somebody in his camp.
But why would you want to even put that out there and be like, when I get in jail, I'm gonna show you how it really does? Like,
right.
I think he was saying all that because he knew that his people were recording. It's just, you know, you just want to look like you are that dude. So,
but going to jail, you're not that dude.
well, you know, not everybody knows the strength of their power or lack thereof.
What do you mean by that?
So sometimes you may think that you have everybody's mind. You know, you may have everybody thinking that, yes, I am that dude. Yes, I've been a thug all my life. Ain't never been nothing, ain't nothing soft about me.
Right.
But
But
it may not always be the truth. You may feel like everyone thinks one thing, but we all feel in different way. That's what I'm saying.
But Boosie, this is a newsflash. It's 2022 now, and nobody's getting excited about going to jail this time. Okay.
right.
So you can go along.
So you felt like he was trying to show his hypermasculinity to prove who he was or who he wants to present himself to
what I
be?
think.
Why else would you do so? Why else would you do some
Exactly.
stupid stunt in handcuffs?
If you get arrested, just get arrested. Just let.
First of all, don't record because first of all, it's not cute and it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right. And
And
then
you're
when you
always
get
in
to
the media about something stupid.
right, and then when you get to court, they might want to show that footage to make it so that your case is worse.
Right. My thing is, if you're an artist, why are you in the media for everything but artistry?
Because he has no artistry to give to the people. Because if he had it, we would hear it.
Well, and there we have it. I think we may want to move on.
Right.
Tyrone says somebody got to be the ringleader in the bedroom.
You're right.
That's
And
true.
I wouldn't go into more detail, but no, this is not a sex show. So, but when you say
This time.
she was in control, but she made him feel like he was in control.
Right.
Somebody's always making somebody feel like they're in control. Just know that, because nobody's ever gonna do to me what I don't want them to do. Just know that, okay? Okay? Because if I don't want you to do it, trust me, you won't do it.
Exactly. Exactly. Having control over your body, and everything that you are willing to do and knowing your limits, keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that
I'm
in
sorry
mind.
we're boring you, Jen.
Maybe I'm just sleepy, you know.
Right. Well, we're almost done here. So, another topic that I'm pulling out the sky, child. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are having a second child via surrogate.
Who's surprised?
Oh Lord, Mike done exited off of the show, child.
Who's surprised by that?
But I think it was put out that they made this decision before this other child came along.
Yeah, they got everything going before that happens.
Also,
Right.
she was already knocked up. The surrogate.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, the surrogate was knocked up already. So she made this decision without all the information that was known to her.
Tyrone
Okay,
says, know
well-
your limits, LOL.
Right. Yes, you must know your limits. But do you think that Chloe's gonna actually stay with Tristan? Because for some reason I don't see her leaving him.
Me neither. But I believe it's wanting so much the dream. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Are we boring you?
Because that's what it seems like,
Michael.
Mike. It seems like you are DONE. Okay.
Are you good?
I'm done with the Kardashians and their shenanigans.
Yeah, like they've said they want. Well, Chloe has at least said, I've heard her say that she wants to, have a family, and apparently in that family they look down upon people that have a bunch of babies by different men. So yeah,
Hmm.
but because it's not like it's happening with them though, because think about it. I need you to roll with me just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian, she had all 4 of her babies by Kanye, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about Kylie. She broke up with the father of her first baby girl, got back with him to have another baby. It looks like they have an arrangement versus a relationship. And now with Chloe, what's her name? Courtney. She
Mm-hmm.
had all her babies from Scott.
Right.
She was with him for a long time. What about Rob?
She was. Huh?
Rob got 2 kids, ain't it? I mean, we just
He
got
just
Dream.
has the one.
Oh, never
He
mind.
just has Dream. Because I think that's another reason why they look down upon Black China. She got a baby from Tyga and a baby from Rob. But with the sisters, it goes along. They all have their children from one man, and I believe
But the mama don't.
That's true. But I believe that might be a thing that the sisters want to do. Maybe they don't like how they had 2 extra siblings from their stepdad.
So maybe they want
No,
to.
she has 3 baby daddies.
Ooh, and I'm done. I'm not even going there. God bless. Look, Tyrone says, I believe she's gone after the next baby. The next baby. Okay, Ty. Wait. Now I finally get what he's saying. I believe she's gone after the next baby. So maybe another baby in store for Chloe. And
why she got a surrogate?
We'll get into that in a second. Rob, don't count. That's what Tyrone says as well. And Tammy, everybody say hello to
Hey,
Tammy.
Tammy.
Tammy says, then she needs to carry the baby. Oh gosh, she wants to carry it. Wait, she wants it, carry it. What is this? 1882. Hi, y'all. I believe that, like her sister Kim, I believe they have issues with carrying babies.
Mm.
I think Kim had an issue with carrying the baby because Courtney carried all hers.
Oh, but you know what? And you're right.
And
Think about this,
the younger
y'all.
girl carried all hers. Mama carried all hers. I
Think
think they
about
want to ruin their body.
think about all the backlash that she'd get being pregnant again.
Right.
Not 9 months, at least 4 to 5 months of her showing and being seen as somebody that's stupid enough to have a baby by somebody that's cheating on her.
Well, you still
Right.
got a whole baby coming in. I mean, what's the difference?
I think maybe she just wanted to stay away from the backlash.
I think Courtney, she got that fat gene and she want to get big again.
You know what?
That's what I
That's
was
it.
thinking. She
That's
didn't want to
it.
gain that weight.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Because
I
she
don't think
went
she
so
has an
hard.
issue with carrying a baby.
She probably didn't want to go through another liposuction procedure, and
But they're gonna do that anyway.
Right.
They say that she's been working on it, and you know what?
And I ain't mad at him for doing. I mean, hell, if I had the money, baby, I'd be on the table too.
Right.
Now.
I think Chloe has the best body out of all of them, to be honest, enhanced or not. I
But
mean,
Chloe don't know. Chloe don't know that.
She don't.
But Chloe may have that thing where I have also when I was smaller, I still looked in the mirror and looked big. I still saw big. That's when I blew back up, and I mean blew up.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they call that body dysmorphia.
Regina, I don't know what blog.
Not saying that you have body dysmorphia. I'm saying
I
people
do.
who. Okay.
Regina is saying, first of all, whatever blogger you're looking at need to look further into their facts, because she said one of the bloggers said Tristan cheated and got the girl pregnant, and Chloe is saying that the lady is their surrogate. That is very funny though. But
I don't think
we
Chloe
all
will
know
say
that's not
that.
the case. I think that's just being funny.
I don't think Chloe will come out and say that just to say we already know he's cheated now, so I don't think she will say that the girls.
Nah.
No, that's way then even for the Kardashians, that's too far now.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Tyrone says it's hard to say goodbye to that baby fat.
I understand.
That's
I
true.
got food
It doesn't go
fatness.
away easily.
It sure don't.
What kind of fat was that?
Food fat.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So recently, Chris Brown released a new album called Breezy, and he is upset about the lack of support that he is getting for his new album. So, Jennifer, do you have your hand up?
Yes, I have a quick question. Wasn't he upset about his last album not selling like that?
I think so.
Mm,
I think so.
I think there's
I
a
think-
trend here.
Right. And so T-Pain in response says that Chris Brown has a pretty complex, and where one feels as though they should get all of the accolades and all of the reception and all of the good stuff just sitting there looking pretty. Do you think there's any truth to that? I personally do not think there's any truth to it, because I feel as though Chris Brown is a very hardworking man. I feel as though he's expecting certain things because of the career that he's had in the past. So he's expecting that it's not going to drop off at all. I don't think that he is lazy. I don't think he's just doing it. He's a big star because of the way that he looks. I don't see that. Y'all might disagree. So go ahead with your disagreements, child.
You just ready, Jonathan.
You're gonna try me, okay? But no, I don't disagree. I think half of what T-Pain said is true, and half of what you said is true. So I see it. I can see it both ways. I think yes, he does put in the work as far as we know he can sing, we know he can dance, and he's a great performer. But and I think anybody who does this for a living wants with real talent. He has real talent. I feel like anybody who puts in that work really wants the album to do well.
Exactly.
I also think because you are cute, you're handsome, and you can kind of get things easily in life because you are cute and look good in the eyes, and you can probably go through any woman under their feet and stuff. You expect things to come easier to you also. I mean, I don't think T-Pain has the same luxury that Chris Brown has.
No.
So,
did you get?
I didn't mean to laugh, but didn't let me laugh. I see her holding your head.
Well, let me bring you into what just happened here. See, I laughed when I saw it too. Anyway, Regina said, my son is 300 months old and I still have my baby fat.
All right.
Oh, that tickled me, Regina. 2 points for you. That was a good one, girl. Oh my gosh. And Tyrell says Taco Tuesday goes straight to those love handles and thighs. LMBO. Oh,
Yes.
Lord, that was funny.
But so yeah, I mean, I do
300 months. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, we needed that. I do think, but it's a little bit of both. I mean, and I can understand, but the thing is, I remember somebody said Chris Brown said it's Michael Jackson. Well, this is how you know he's not, because I can guarantee you Michael Jackson can put out an album of him just spitting on the floor, and it will sell millions in one day, in 1 hour.
Chris
Brown, right.
Chris Brown, you have to put in work still, okay? Beyonce can put out an album and her spitting on the wall, and we will sell it we will buy it like hotcakes, okay? Like it's the last spit stain that's ever gonna be there, okay?
And there would even be people hating it, but still buying it.
Buying it. That why her breath stink. Two copies, please.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Oh gosh, let me hush.
So, but my thing is, Chris, you sometimes. Your shit don't be that damn good. I mean, it just, let's be honest, it don't be that good. I like Chris Brown, but I haven't really been a fan of Chris Brown since the first album, to be honest. That first album was the best album he put out.
Right.
After that, it's kind of been like one hit here, one hit there. And then really your fans, your people who want to have sex with you, has been carrying you for a while.
Right.
Okay, so I may have somewhat of a different opinion. Regina went ahead and said Mike, and she laughed and stuff. But anywho, so okay. This whole thing about the pretty complex, I do believe that is maybe earlier in his career he might have, had somewhat of that complex. And you do have to remember T-Pain was really drunk at this time when he was saying that.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I'm sure that's exactly what he was saying, what he meant. But I think I want to take it to a different level. And also, just like you said, Jonathan, I do believe that he just really puts a lot of work into what he does. And he is just automatically in the space of, well, y'all should love it. So here you go.
Yeah.
But I believe he's kind of in the state. Okay, y'all don't get on me.
So yeah, I'm not a fan.
I believe he's kind of like in the same space as Nicki Minaj.
No, girl, log off. You have been sit to the back.
Here's the thing. I am not saying.
Barbs.
I'm not saying that she isn't putting out decent music. I'm not saying any of those things. I just believe that her fan base is not spending the money that they should be spending on her, like Beyonce's fan base does for Beyonce. I feel that if every person that has ever caped for Nicki Minaj, I'm not saying she's bad, I'm not saying she's lesser than anybody, I'm just saying she's a great artist and she deserves to be funded. And if everybody that has caped for Nicki Minaj spent money on Nicki Minaj or just did a good day of just repeatedly streaming her songs, she'd be happier with her music and stuff being up there, like I believe Chris Brown would be if all of his fans did the same thing as they would for a Beyonce album.
To be honest, I think Chris Brown might be comparing himself to Drake. And with Drake, he's making like real money with his music. And you don't think that, Jennifer?
Well, how would he be compared to Drake though?
Okay, I don't know, but I feel like that comment from T-Pain applies more to Nikki than it does Chris. When he said that, I thought of more like Sweetie. Um, uh, I-
Oh wait,
um,
hold on. Regina repeated to log off. And Tyrone says Nikki. Oh,
Now, Nikki is Tyrone. Bye. Nikki is not done. They are dated. Tyrone, you have your comment restrictions have started now.
I think I have to block you because the people said so.
For me,
but yeah, I feel like that when that comment first came up, I was thinking about someone like Sweetie, because when we saw that performance of her in that boxing ring, and it's like,
Girl,
what are you doing, girl?
sis.
So yeah, so I do think that that comment does apply to quite a few artists that are out now, but I don't think that Chris necessarily deserved
what?
it fully.
Now that you
I
said that, I take my comment back because I think some of these newer artists like Sweetie and
Yeah,
the girl what's the little really skinny girl,
skinny girl. You talking about Doja?
Benzino's daughter.
Oh, Coil Ray.
Yeah, I think
hmm.
some of the people do have a pretty complex, thinking, oh, because I'm pretty, I can definitely get in the industry, or I just have to sleep with this person, and I'll get here. So I mean, I guess I can see that. Maybe Chris Brown doesn't have a pretty complex. I just don't like his damn music. That's all.
I just think that his music, personally, I believe all his music kind of like sound the same.
No, that's what it is. It's all the same thing, and I'm over it.
Yeah, and then he likes to do a lot of the same thing, like an album with 20 something, tracks. Like it's
What's
too much.
so everybody? Let's just see if we can do it. What was the last song Chris Brown came out with?
Oh Jesus!
The last song that I like from Chris Brown, or that I remember coming out from Chris Brown, was with
Okay.
Drake. You got it, girl, you got it.
That was like 2-3 years ago, ain't it?
That's
You
the only
got
one.
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
And
And
he had about
that's
an album after that.
right. And that's the last thing that I can think of that came from Chris.
I'm still an OJ's fan. I don't know any Nicki or Chris song. Used to be my girl for the love of money. Used to be my girl.
Yes,
Used to be
used to
my
be my
girl.
girl.
But to be
Think that
honest,
girl is
I like
so.
Shine China. Oh, and just to mention, Chris Brown himself did say, like, no, I am not Michael Jackson. I'm not like Michael Jackson. I'm not on his level. So he does know that.
We already know that. You have to confirm what was already known.
Yeah. I think only young people would say that.
You know, Chris had a hard. He had a hard time in his career in the beginning. After that Rihanna slap,
Slap.
Yeah, but I try to
assault.
make it.
You meant
Okay. Punch.
Okay, black
But
eye.
after he crowned
Okay.
BT Award, we forgave him.
What's the lip?
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, since we talk about assault, do you believe? How do you guys feel about women who fight other women on TV, like just all the time, like Evelyn Lozada fighting all these other women on TV, throwing wine bottles, but then cry through social media? I heard that.
No.
It scared me. Then cry to social media. That she's been assaulted by Ocho Cinco. How do you guys feel about that? Sometimes I feel like, let me get your opinion.
I feel as though those girls who fight on those shows, they know what they're doing, and they're doing that to make sure that they have their place on that show and that they get their check. Now, as far as a man putting their hands on them, I feel as though because they are women, they have the right to raise that flag. They have the right to say that men should not be putting their hands on them. However, I will say, in defense of said man, make sure that you are not pushing that man, putting your hands on said man in order to get hit back.
I think that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like she just sat there in that chair and he just headbutt her.
She's not
I
innocent.
feel like Evelyn was correct. She's not innocent. That's the part I don't like.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying violence is the key to, because I'm not agreeing with any woman or man or woman. But I'm saying
you wouldn't be touching nobody.
Yeah, what I'm saying is a woman. Whoopi Goldberg said it's best on the show. I don't want to get hit by no man, so I keep my hands to myself.
Right.
But a lot of women feel, and I know this firsthand, I wouldn't feel bad because I'm a girl. I can do whatever I want to him, but he better not do that to me.
Right. And I think Rihanna has even said that, she wasn't innocent in what happened between her and Chris. She's never played the victim card. And that's why I respect her about that, because she knows she had a hand in what happened. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it acceptable. That just makes it's just a cause and effect thing.
So, why she get no backlash then?
I got to answer.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Okay, so when you're on a reality show, you basically put out there what you want to be seen as your reality and how you are and how you act. So you can't get too upset when people think that that's exactly how you are. You're a violent person. So we have never. We're just going to do what we're doing right now. We're comparing Rihanna's situation versus Evelyn Lozada's situation.
Okay.
So we have never seen Rihanna be violent, ever. She might have been real sassy. She might have cussed somebody out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We might have seen a little bit of this, that, or whatever, but we've never seen her hit anybody. We've never seen her be violent. We've seen plenty of times where Evelyn felt the need to throw something, to hit somebody, to cuss them out, to really...
To run across the table.
Run across the table.
Right.
Why do you think Solange's nose didn't get backlash when she hit Jason, when she was in Jason?
Oh, please. Let me finish the rest, and I will address Solange as well. But anywho, so when it came to, when we saw that both of them were assaulted in a situation, Rihanna, she was pretty much quiet. The photos were leaked, and she pretty much had that one conversation, and she did show that she wasn't innocent in the whole situation. And it's like, you know what? Okay. You know what I'm saying? We'll just leave that there. That's what happened with them. But with Evelyn, she finally had an opportunity to be a victim.
She played that card. Lord Jesus.
She got really surprised when we said, girl. For as many times you put hands on people, for the times you put hands on people that you know don't fight.
Right.
That you know
Jennifer Williams is not going to fight for nobody with her pretty self.
She going to call the police as she did.
Okay. 911.
Okay. So that's why you can't expect everybody to fawn over you when you get hit or whatever after we've seen you be violent. All we can say is, well, you hit this person, you hit that person. What did you do to him to get hit?
Right.
Not saying that any of it is right, but it just makes you wonder. And as far as Solange, let's be real.
I already done answer to this. I just want to be petty with this one.
It's just a whole nother caliber of hitting.
Okay.
Whole nother caliber of
I just think because people should put in Beyonce. I think that's why people wasn't saying anything.
Yeah. They just... And who doesn't love a little sibling love?
Right. And I think it was also accepted partly because Jay-Z didn't retaliate. And so
he got together real nice.
He did a good job.
He did a good job. I think he knew that you cannot attack Beyonce's sister, because that would have been the last day they would have been together.
That will be the end.
Because the one thing about Beyonce, she can probably accept the cheating one time, or maybe outside baby, but you go get that family.
Come on.
No, it ain't
not my sister. Not ever.
Right.
And she's been standing for her sister for a very long time.
Been writing for her too, child.
Been able to see it. So let me just quickly say, apparently we're bringing the people to chorus. Regina says women who are bullies on TV and then allow men to beat up on them are showing their anger at the man by fighting women. I hear you, Regina. Tyrone said, "Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun." That makes sense. You talking about Evelyn's
I
situation?
know.
Yeah.
That's
Tyrone.
probably why Jennifer is back on Basketball Wives and Evelyn is not.
Because we tired of seeing Evelyn's behind. All she wants to do
Right.
is stir things up and pat her poom poom.
I blame it on Becky. Oh Lord.
Child. So we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you share, comment, subscribe, leave a like, do all that good stuff for us. Press the notification bell, all that good stuff. Mike, give us your social media contacts real quickly.
Yes, my social media contacts will be on TikTok, Twitter, and also on Instagram. You can find me at Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL, the numbers 121. And also, I am definitely single. If you need anybody to talk to, love me, someone who can hold me, if that's you, hit me up. Thank you.
He's looking for somebody he can call, boo. Looking for the only one that he can give his all to.
Tell me if it's
If it's you,
Tell him in the DMs.
you.
What you
Wow,
want
yes.
Make it
Make a
Ooh,
move.
child, let me tell you something. That song is so iconic in my
Isn't it
eyes. That
everything?
song
album.
and video and album.
Yes,
Honey.
that
Definitely.
album was the best album Sierra has ever put out. And unfortunately, that'll be the last album that we probably will ever enjoy for her. This song is trash to me.
She just trying to stay in her lane, but she needs somebody to help her get out of that. She needs to hire the right people to really just write some great things for her. She doesn't have to be popping and locking all the time. We
Right.
need
Well, she can't sing, so what else she gonna do?
what people think she thought she was singing on And I.
Right. They
Okay,
will work
okay,
around a lacking voice, child.
okay,
Cassie
it's
made an
possible.
entire album and it was
Honey,
actually decent.
Tyrone, I mean, see, you see, it got me. Jonathan Lee, William Jonathan Lee, Cassie has a whole entire album that
Right.
I actually enjoyed. That girl don't sing a lick.
A lick.
That's
Not one
pretty
lick.
complex right there.
And Cassie's
No,
singing is worse than all
that's
three of Total. Okay, so that's saying
well,
something.
Cassie don't have pretty complex. She messed with the boss.
Well, yeah.
You know,
That's
Les
true.
like
And,
this.
and
But
Ryan
that
Leslie did that for her.
he did that, and that's all Sierra needs. All Sierra needs is a good production and writing crew, and
Somebody
they will have
to
her back up
write.
top.
Like she needs, and to be honest, it's about time that she does something like with Diplo or something like that. Like
Mm,
a real dance, hit. She don't have to stay Miss Art Crunk and B, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
right.
here for R&B.
She needs to hit some R&B, do some dance, poppy stuff, and like a poppy song, and something with a lot of 808s and
Everything that we need to make sure you can disguise that voice. The
yeah.
Neptunes, all that.
Jennifer, go ahead and give us your social media contacts so we can get out of here, child.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I am the light of the Leo on YouTube, as well as TikTok, as well as Instagram. Won't you follow me? I have already done a few TikToks, and actually on Saturday I think I'm going to go live just to have a little conversation. So won't you go on to YouTube or even my Facebook, Jennifer Star McCullum, and that way you'll be able to catch my live. I think it's going to be great. So I am the light of the Leo. That's how you'll find me. And Jonathan.
Yes, so I'm on Instagram, JoJo_3020. On TikTok, JoJo_3020_. I'm also on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. Just type in my name in the search bar. I will pop right on up. You can also email me, WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com, if you need to reach out to me that way. I am single as well. And so if you were to
ready
resemble,
to mingle.
okay, if you were to resemble Little Murda or Big Teak or any other fun, sexy thug nigga man, I mean, it's me. It's me.
I'll even take what's the one who got by the coat? What's his name? Wallet.
What's his name? You talking about Lil Murda's manager?
With the other, I'll take him too. Shit.
Oh, Rome. You talking about Rome?
Rome.
Yes.
I'll take him too.
Rome. He's
Like a little
Lord, he
tank,
can get it.
like a little
So-
tank.
So if you resemble those people, please make sure to inbox my lovely friends. I'm married.
Right. Yeah. She don't need no man. She already got one.
I
Okay.
know that he won't break my heart.
That was beautiful. But we're
She's
gonna go ahead
married.
and say thank you for
married.
joining us. Make sure you come back next Thursday, same time, same place, same
Oh, wait.
beautiful
I'm
faces.
sorry,
What's up?
Jonathan. We had like 4 more things. Oh Lord. Okay. So Regina laughed at Tyrone with that Becky with the good hair comment. And she also said, subscribe. Thank you for a great show. And thank you, Regina, for your continued attendance. You have perfect attendance. Tyrone said, my date of birth is tomorrow. Yes, Tyrone's birthday.
Let's say happy
Yes.
birthday. Happy birthday
Oh, yeah.
to you.
You.
Happy birthday
Oh
to
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday to Tyrone. Tyrone.
Yes. Come on, Lo now.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to you. Happy birthday.
Let me tell you something. We sing.
Yes, we do.
Destiny's Child.
Yes.
All right.
Don't worry, I'll be Michelle. I have the best singing parts.
I'll be
Okay,
Latoya.
Well, I'll
Oh, come on.
Beyonce.
Yes, you can be Beyonce all day long. I don't need all that on my back. All right. And Regina says, happy birthday, Tyrone. They were laughing at you, Jonathan. And Tyrone thanks Regina. And Regina said, Jennifer sang, sis.
Okay.
Because I don't need no basketball player. Really? Tyrone said, thanks y'all for the non-light-skinned B-Day wishes and singing.
Wow.
Tyrone, what is this?
Who cares about us? Who says I need you?
With tears on my paycheck,
They come from my daddy.
we'll file us a lawsuit.
Better watch what you say, girl. You'll catch your ass down in the grave.
Yeah,
We'll be eating gourmet cheese.
Just Beyonce. Yo, we read this last comment, Jennifer. We gotta go.
Sorry. Tyrone, don't put any of them in the album. Why? But bless their souls. You know what, Regina? I think you're hating a little bit. That's
Right. I was about to
'cause
say,
we
hey,
just
Tara, because
sang.
we be singing, honey. If you ain't
Singing.
know. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week. Say bye, y'all.
I gotta turn this thing off.
Yes, you must.
Bye. Bye, Stevie.
Bye, Steve.